EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Block now on first down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's taken down inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, a new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
Melvin Gordon.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
The kick is good.
And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Broncos 7, Raiders nothing.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Running is Jacobs. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
He's brought down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. Winston to throw it this time. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Second and 14. From the gun, Winston. That's caught by Waller out left side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On play action, Winston. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Raiders nothing.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 35. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain
I know
of 5.
flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them. That attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jacobs now. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
3rd down.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Raiders 3.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points. Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape. Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
Hands it off out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. K.J. Hamler. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. If you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
The Raider ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Off the play fake, Winston. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And got his man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
A first down throw for Winston. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Winston now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Again, it's Winston. Eluding the pressure right. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Buying time to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Winston. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Rosa's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And this this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And this will be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they try the right side here, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Locke working out of the gun. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
At the 14-yard
For
line.
a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Broncos 21. Raiders.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs him up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Winston's pass intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through.
Fix the score.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders are going to have them at first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Around 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing, Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
To Josh Jacobs.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
The ball carrier.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
No, he almost had it.
Winston.
Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
It's third.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Play fake. Winston. And that is incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 48. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Block now to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Noah Fant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Broncos 31, Raiders 6.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Williams on the coverage.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Kill. Hey,
Play action now. Winston. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Broncos'
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 44 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Gain on the play.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. The handoff as they run the counter play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Third down and 11.
Up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line.
Ball carrier.
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Their own 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 32 on the play.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Jacobs. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Winston. And that is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Jameis again. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Brought down back at the 14-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, standing just about on his own goal line. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, 62 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
2nd and 12. At the
23, it's 2nd and 12. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Raiders 13.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Winston. being chased out left. Uncorks one for Davis. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball.
There he goes, left side. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it.
But he'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taken from about the 12. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows?
And this is taken in at the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
And goal at the 2-yard line.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Las Vegas.
The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out, try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Millen on the tackle.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
Let's go. Do you tighten up? Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. All day, every day, any day.
Today's
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. I'm Brandon Gaudin.